Hello, everyone. Welcome to Prowess Goes Live. Y'all, I feel like it's been a while. I've just been kind of all over the place traveling and everything. So it is so great to be back with all of you. I'm Ashley Connell, CEO and founder of Prowess Project. And what we love doing at Prowess Project is helping all of you out there level up in your career and in your business to offer fractional operation services. And one of the big things that we say all the time is, with the influx of talk about AI, right? We are hearing time and time again that in order to adopt AI successfully, you need to really have that operations background. And one aspect of this that I am hearing all the time that AI is shifting that I really wanted to bring to all of you is SEO. SEO already can feel very elusive to a lot of operations people because it's kind of in that middle in between marketing and operations. And then you add in AI to it. And I'm getting so many questions from y'all all the time on how exactly should I be thinking about this? How exactly do I tell my clients who to go to, who has mastered this? And that is exactly why we are having our guest today. And to be honest, not only is this going to really help level up your sophistication with AI and SEO, this is selfishly something that I have been dying to understand a little bit more. So that being said, Jade Pruitt, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, like I said at the beginning, I've been so stoked. We, all of our ops people absolutely love AI. I mean, they just cannot get enough. So this was really exciting to have you on here on, again, how do you think about this from an SEO perspective? So all that said, give us the quick and dirty of how you got to where you are today.
Yeah, so I've been doing SEO for about 10 years now. I have a degree in literature. I was working in news broadcasting. I have one of those careers that doesn't make any sense. And I was doing a lot of content writing on the side. And as you do content writing, I'm sure you know, everyone starts asking you to optimize things for SEO.
Yeah.
So I just started kind of learning the basics. I ended up getting a job just as a freelancer writing for an SEO agency. And at the time, I realized that the people who were assigning me this work had much better lives than I did. They were full-time at an agency as opposed to being freelance. I was literally writing blogs from behind the bar at the coffee shop I worked at for a while. So it was really like, oh, I can see on Indeed that like the average SEO salary in Atlanta is like 50K back in the day. And I was like, sold, let's do it. Was not planning on opening up my own business at the time. During the pandemic, I suddenly had a lot of free time. We were in Atlanta at the time, so I had like an extra 4 hours a day that I wasn't sitting in traffic. And I just had a random person reach out to me on LinkedIn and ask me if I would do their SEO. I did SEO all day, every day in my full-time job. So it was like, why not? And that really built my confidence. I could see myself doing SEO outside of the strict SOPs of the business I was working at, and was like, oh, I can do this myself. And now this guy is Venmoing me money every month, which was so cool. And so then the challenge became, how do I match my salary and actually get to quit my job? That took about 2 years, mostly because I got an even better job and my salary doubled, and then I had to match that, which was great.
Yeah.
But
Happiness problem.
exactly. Yeah. I was, one of my mentees said it the other day. She's like, oh, you're just like cursed by your own success or something like that.
I will take that. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. But I finally quit my job 3 years ago in October. It was 3 years. And so I've been running Hello SEO full time for 3 years now. And it's been going incredibly well.
Oh, I love it. So great to hear. So you said something at the very beginning about how your career like doesn't make any sense, and we talk about that a lot at Prowess. What we call it is a patchwork quilt like career
Mhm.
where they're like, you do all these different things, but then you look back and you're like, this is beautiful. And I can utilize all of these different aspects and I am to make me a better professional business owner, what have you, and serve your clients. So I love that you really began with that. So SEO feels so intimidating.
Yes.
Can you give us just very quickly what SEO is? And then we'll dive into how it is now different because of AI.
Totally. So SEO is search engine optimization. It's a series of tactics to get you showing up in traditionally Google searches. But truly, it's always been about all search engines. So even before AI hit the scene, you could be optimizing your Pinterest or your Instagram or anywhere that people are searching. Back in the day, I don't know what it is anymore. It used to be 68% of all internet interactions began with a search. So of course, you want to be who's showing up when especially your ideal client is directly searching for you. So it's an amazing way to just transform your business and just have this solid pipeline of new clients coming in.
Ugh, I love it. Okay, so then what you said that was 10 years ago?
10 years ago, I started. 10 years ago about the 68%.
Yeah.
That was just 3 years ago. And
Oh,
now
okay.
that AI search has hit the market, who knows what it is now?
Yeah, I know. That was my first thought. Okay, so it is crawling the search engine and is optimizing for when people search. How, now that AI is on the scene, how is it different?
It's really interesting. A lot of the old tactics that we used to do, or that I never even got to do because they were before my time, have kind of come back around. Like things that used to not matter at all for SEO are back on the table, which is hilarious. But basically, if you're trying to show up in an LLM, you want to
Mhm.
do standard SEO. Like the things
Yeah.
that matter for Google also matter for the LLMs. So header structure is a big one that people often miss. You want to have a solid H1 on every page of your website that has your target keyword in it. And then you want them to go down from there. So you want H2s and H3s that all kind of support that big H1 on the page. When Google or an LLM are reading your website, they're reading the HTML. They're not reading like your beautiful page. So you want to make sure that they get a really good idea of what your page is about. Meta titles really matter. Submitting your sitemap is huge. That's like another big one that I get to do like 1,000 times a week. Submit your
Yes.
sitemap to Google Search Console. And now, plot twist, submit it to Bing. ChatGPT pulls all of its results from Bing searches. So you want to
Stop.
show up. It's hilarious. But yeah, if you're not submitted to Bing, you could be totally missing out on ChatGPT searches, which is the main search engine of the LLMs at the moment.
What? Are you for real?
That was
I had no idea.
I learned that and then had like a full day of meetings a couple of months ago and then was like, I need to go process this. Like I need to like take a drive or something. It's so
Take a
funny.
drive.
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea. Okay, we'll add it to the list of stuff we need to go do, Leah. But wow. Okay. Bing, huh? Oh, okay. So what else? What else do we need to go? Like you said that it is now coming around where you have to do like what was old is new again. What are more of those things?
Okay, so Bing is a big one. Submitting your sitemap to Bing. Be sure to do that. Meta descriptions are another huge one. So meta descriptions is the text that shows up below the blue link in a Google search. Google does not care about this. It is not a ranking factor for Google. It only helps your click-through rate. So you want to make sure that what you've put in there entices people to click on you over someone else when they find you in Google. Google also changes it most of the time. And so it's like something that I often wasn't even like optimizing for my clients because it truly didn't matter. But now it's one of the first things that the LLMs are looking at when they're deciding who to serve back to the person who has submitted a prompt. We all know that LLMs take up a lot of energy and they are looking for ways to be lazy. So any way that you can give them the information that's on your page easier is going to help you out. So you want pages that load really quickly. You want optimized meta descriptions. Schema markup is another big one. This is a layer of, and this is where everyone just glazes over. It's a layer of structured data that you can add to any page of your website. Traditionally, it just helped you show up in Google searches like in more fun ways. Like if it's a recipe, you could see like how long it's going to take you to make it, or like how long it's going to take you to read the article or something like that, those little extras. But that is something that the LLMs look at to just understand what your pages are about faster. Another totally random one that I accidentally discovered is putting a little TLDR, like a too long didn't read, or like a key takeaway at the top of your blog pages. So LLMs have 1 to 5 seconds to read any given page of your website. They're not going to make it to the end of your blog. So give them the TLDR at the top, and you will be shocked at how much more traffic is coming into your website.
That is such a great idea.
It was a total accident too. I was just putting those on my own blogs, and I was like, why is my website performing better than my clients? Like, why are my blogs showing up more often? And it was just something that I had started doing before AI even existed.
So should we be going back and reformatting all of our blogs?
Yes, definitely. And that's actually a really easy thing that you can get AI to do for you. You could just get it to be like, hey, summarize this blog. And it'll give you just like a little sentence or two. Make sure it sounds like you.
Yeah.
But then pop it on up there.
Okay. Something else I'm going to do while I'm watching Netflix from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. at night. Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay. So you have said that SEO is the most sustainable visibility tool. Can you break that down?
Yeah. Once your SEO starts working for you, it's literally just going to, it's like a steady pipeline of leads coming into your website. The trick though, is that you have to optimize for the people who are looking for you, like for those bottom of the funnel people. So it's awesome to have blogs that educate and kind of bring people into your ecosystem in different ways. But at the end of the day, you need those money keywords in place that are actually going to bring the people in who are like, my card is in my hand, I'm ready to purchase what this person has to offer. But once it gets going and it's in motion, one big ranking factor, and I'm sorry, I won't go down that rabbit hole. One big ranking factor is like click data. So like as Google and the AI see that you, like when they serve you up, people like it and they click on it and they have a good interaction, it'll happen more and more. So that's another reason to kind of hop on the AI train now and don't wait until it's 5 years from now and we're only using AI and not Google. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it's growing really quickly. Like get that like good feedback loop going now while it's easier to rank.
And when you say that, you mean redoing all of your pages so that, again, the LLMs can grab that information as quickly and easily as possible. That's what you mean by making sure you're doing that now versus in 5 years.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And so this might be a silly question, but just like there are Google keywords and SEO keywords, are the Google and SEO's keywords the same as the AI keywords since it's all still scraping a search engine?
No, and that's where it gets so tricky. We don't have a keyword tool for ChatGPT yet. Like we don't know exactly what people are searching for. So what we have to do now, and maybe eventually they'll give us the data. Like that would be awesome. I know Google's already kind of like playing around with that with Gemini, but like ChatGPT gives us virtually nothing. It's understanding your audience. Is this an audience that's using AI? And from my perspective, you might be surprised. You might be like, I am not in a field where anyone's using ChatGPT. And then once you start looking at your data, you'll be like, oh, they are here. They are here in droves. But understanding your user and then starting to track prompts that are like things that they would be searching for. So maybe thinking about 10 prompts and tracking those over time to see if you're showing up in them. So that's kind of where we're at now. We can also see when people arrive on your website from an LLM.
Mhm.
But I also have been recommending to all of my clients to add it to their contact form. If they're a service-based business, just like a how did you find me, like add ChatGPT in there. Because
Yeah.
currently people do click in from LLMs and go straight to your website, but more often than not, they're seeing your name in the LLM and then Googling you. So it looks like it's organic traffic from Google when it isn't.
So that's what I was thinking about too. Would people say ChatGPT or would they say Google? Because you're right, I don't think they're clicking through. And I completely agree with you. I think almost all industries and all businesses should be on ChatGPT because their audiences are there, and it will continue to be more and more and more, even if they don't realize it.
Mhm.
Whatever they are using, the back end is probably somehow an LLM, or at least that data is going into it.
Totally. That was a shocking discovery earlier this year because in the industry, we were like, surely this is just going to be for B2B SaaS to begin with,
Yeah,
like people trying to
yeah.
find Salesforce and things like that. And then I was seeing traffic coming into my like landscaping clients, like local contractors. One of my clients they do like Alaskan tours for people coming off
Cool.
of cruise ships. And so typically
Yeah,
like it's an older audience. And so
sure.
funnily enough, like we've been seeing Bing traffic come in for like the last year that we've been working together. And then when we started tracking their AI traffic, it's about 25% of their revenue is coming from ChatGPT now, which is like the last people I expected to be on an LLM would be like retirees taking a cruise.
So, you know what's funny about that? My grandmother is extremely tech savvy. Like, I'm not going to say how old she is because she would absolutely come for me if I did. But she loves ChatGPT because it's so
That's,
easy. It's just on her phone, just talks to it and it pulls, this is my baby, but like just pulls up exactly what it is she needs.
that's
Yeah.
amazing. It is such an easier user experience as well. You're not Googling something and then Googling it again and then like trying to find your answer. Like it just tells you the answer. Whether it's correct or not is a different story, but it's
But then
getting
you
better.
could say, yeah, but then you could say, no, chat, that's not right. I do this, and this.
Exactly. And it gets to know you over time, which is really fun.
Oh, yes, I know. My daughter asks who I'm talking to, and I tell her chat because I'll be talking to it and trying to figure out a business thing while she's in the back of the car.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, I know. Oof. Okay, so next question. Um, you said that there's no like keyword tools, but are there any other tools that we should be thinking about or that are coming that could help us with SEO in terms of like AI and all of that?
Definitely. So the closest thing we have to a keyword research tool is SparkToro. It was created
Mm.
by Rand Fishkin, who is the
Mhm.
founder of Moz. So he's been in the SEO game forever. And it can tell you where your audience is hanging out. So when you put in a search term that they would be putting in, it'll be like, oh, these people are on Pinterest or on Instagram or wherever. And you can also
Yeah.
see like who's on the LLMs as a part of that. But honestly, like we were just saying, assume that they are because it might surprise you at the end of the day. There's so many tools for tracking your visibility in LLMs as well. Scrunch is one of my favorites. It's great for telling you on a percentage basis how often you're showing up for those prompts that you've put in. So it helps you understand your target audience. It comes up with prompts that they're most likely searching, and it gives you a mix of prompts that have your brand name in them and then ones that are like fully like a discovery style keyword so that you can see like a sentiment level as well. Like when someone is like, "Oh, is this brand good?" you can see if it's telling them like positive things or negative things about your brand as well, which is incredibly important. Peak AI is really fun too. It's really great for telling you where it's pulling sources from or where AI is pulling sources from, because oftentimes it's Reddit or other like
Yeah.
feeds like Quora. And then you can go in there and like see the threads that are like pulling when people are asking the questions that you want to show up for. So you can go engage with those threads and kind of get yourself mentioned in those. And then I have to give them a shout out. Pink Rhino. It's a brand new one on the market, and I am their consultant to help
Oh, I
them.
love it.
Yeah, to help
Fabulous.
them build it out for for SEO use. So it gets better every day because I keep giving them more things that they need to add in there.
Pink Rhino, go check it out, y'all. Go
Right.
check it out.
They've
I
got
love
like
it.
7 users right now. Maybe we'll get an 8th.
I was going to say 8 right here.
Yeah, totally.
I love it. So what, a lot of the times for our online business managers, ops experts, all of the people who we are working with, their clients will come to them and be like, I know I need to do SEO, but I don't even know where to start. And oftentimes it's not the operations person who is going to be doing that SEO, but they need to go find someone. So I want to hear how you work with people, but also when they are looking at different options, what should they be looking for in this new landscape for an SEO person or company?
That's a great question. I would be sure that who they work with has plans for AI. Like they are currently optimizing for AI, but you also don't want to work with someone who's super rigid at the same time. Like you want someone who's going to be flexible with you, especially in the AI scape, because we discover new things every single day. And I recently had to completely change my SOPs and like our monthly retainer because it has to add in that we are going to change with the times. Like when we discover that TLDRs are important, we're going to tack that in. Like we're constantly learning with you. I would also make sure that they have a tool that they're using to track visibility. They're not just kind of like tacking some things on. The more data you can get out of whoever you're working with, the better. And hopefully not just like a report that's going to like automatically be produced every month and like emailed directly to you. Like you want someone explaining that data to you directly.
I really like that. And so if one of our ops people are talking to their client, and again, their client is like, I know I need to get into the SEO game, especially with AI, blah, blah, blah. What is a realistic timeline that they need to consult with and say to their client, hey, if we're going to get into SEO, we need to be prepared to spend X amount of time optimizing?
I'd say if you're going into it blind, expect like a 6-month runway. But I will say sometimes we change like one thing on someone's website and they're ranking number 1. So it's like, it doesn't have to take that long, but it's going to depend on so many different factors about your business, like how competitive the space is, how long your business has been running, what your domain authority is within Google and now within like AI, like how big your website is. Like there's so many things, but sometimes it's really fast.
Wow. I had no idea. I thought you were going to say 12 months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that one little tweak like that could really make that much of a significant jump. That's awesome.
Yeah. I've done power hours with clients, which is where we just sit down for an hour together and then checked back the next day and they're ranking number 1. Like sometimes it's like the easiest, like tiniest little change is all they need.
Okay, so speaking of these power hours, how are the different ways that people can work with you? Because I am jazzed about all of this.
Yeah, so the power hour is the first way. That's $2.99. It's just an hour. We do a screen share and we literally implement as much SEO on your website as we can. Most people are like, just do whatever. Like they don't come in with an agenda, and we're going to identify that like big money keyword for you. Like what's that bottom of the funnel keyword that's actually going to really move the needle for you? We're going to optimize your homepage. We're going to look at your headers. Like I mentioned, we're going to put it in your meta title. And then typically start brainstorming whether you want to DIY this yourself. We can kind of create a roadmap of what that would look like, or kind of what we would want to do together to really get you to the next level.
All in 1 hour?
Yeah, we can do so much in an hour. It's kind of crazy. Typically what I get to do for them as well is set up their Google Search Console and submit their sitemap. But I will say, if you do that ahead of time, we get so much more done because we can actually utilize your Search Console.
Well, and it sounds like get on Bing too.
And then hop on Bing while you're there.
Yeah, that has been my the biggest takeaway thus far is like, dang, I need to be on Bing. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So there's power hour. What else? Like, how else do you work with clients?
Yeah. And so then from there, we go to like the foundational retainer. This is what I just kind of swapped up. I used to have like a all-in-one, we do everything for you, and it's $1,800 a month, and that includes digital PR, which helps you get like really
Oh, wow.
good backlinks from like
Yeah.
actual publishers, which is so
Yeah.
fun. And then like content that we do every month. But I was finding that the jump from like a $299 power hour to an $1,800 retainer was kind of losing some people. So I
Sure.
broke it out. It's a bit more a la carte. So now we do foundational SEO for $850 a month. It includes on-page AI optimization, metric tracking, and one other thing. Your technical SEO as well. So all
Oh,
the issues on the back end that could be holding you back from ranking. And that's
that's
$850 a
awesome,
month.
Jake.
And then you can just tack everything on from there. So you can tack on your digital PR. We've partnered with a PR agency to do that work. So you get actual PR help, and it's only $850 a month. And they get my clients in Better Home and Gardens and Forbes. They got me into Forbes last week, which was really
Heck,
fun.
yay!
They're
Amazing.
like incredible, and it really helps your SEO, but also obviously it helps you from like 1,000 other perspectives as well. And then we can do content for you as well.
Wow, this is amazing. Okay, so this just came to me. It's kind of off topic, but on the whole thing of like the TLDR, I
Mhm.
was told at the bottom of blogs to have an FAQ where
Okay.
you're asking what is or how do I hire an operations manager? And then it would like be where the answer. Is that still helpful or where are we
So
on those?
this is interesting. I literally just answered this for a client before I hopped on this call, because ChatGPT is telling people to do that. Like literally,
Yeah.
ChatGPT is like, do this for AI optimization. But what I have discovered, and you always have to like take it with a grain of salt, AI optimization has existed for like 9 months now. So we're all learning at the same time. But because it starts at the top and it reads down, and it's literally just going to cut off when it hits its limit, it's not going to reach the bottom of your blog. So I would say always start with the top if you're trying to get into an LLM. But then anything you tack on at the bottom will be helpful for Google, because Google is going to see the whole thing. So
That
FAQs at the bottom
is
for Google, TLDR at the top for AI.
this is so good. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, okay, so one thing that we always ask business owners, because a lot of our ops people want to work with small business owners like you. What
Mhm.
is one aspect of your business, of running your business, that you would love improved?
This is such a great question. And like while researching to be on the show, I was like, wait, I think I need like 15 OBMs myself. Um, but that's
Yep.
that's the thing about, I guess, being a business that's my size. I have one employee and I am a control freak. And so I kind of need an OBM to come in and tell me what they can do for me that is not going to break trust with my clientele. So that's what I need.
It's so funny because I hear that all the time. I will ask business owners all the time, what do you need in an OBM, or what do you want to even get off your plate? And they're like, Ashley, I don't know, but I know what I'm doing is not the best way of doing this. And I know that someone else's ops brain is going to be able to do this in spades, whereas it's going to take me forever. So we do a lot of that, of figuring out like, hey, what is the best use of your time, money, leverage in order to get you to the next level from a ops systems tech standpoint. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's what I need. I just recently worked with an automations, like a system
Oh,
specialist, and was
yeah.
like blown away what they were able to do for me. I know that these things could be helpful. It's just a matter of like somehow getting in my brain and telling me what those things are.
Well, I think that a big way that you know that you're ready for those is like, do you have the demand? Do you
Mhm.
have potential clients or prospects coming to you? If you do, the likelihood is that it's your back end that's keeping you stuck. And then the likelihood is if you have better systems, you can take on more clients, in that type of thing, or at least that's how we look at it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like mid six figures, hoping to scale to 7 in the next year. So it's at that point, I've kind of
Yes.
figured out the systems. It's time to scale. But when I look at my like Asana and I'm like, I see how many clients I have in here. I cannot imagine it being double. That's where I know like it's time to kind of like at least plan for that next step. But I also am just so convinced that if I'm not the one doing the work and corresponding with my clients, that they're gonna like hate me or something. And that's probably something I need to take a step back from.
I was going to say, Jade, that is head trash. No, ma'am.
Head trash.
No.
That's a good one.
Yeah, head trash. Who Not How. Have you read that book?
No.
Oh,
Writing that down too.
sister. Yes. Who Not How. It's all about, there's a ton of people who could probably even do a better job than you could at certain things. And maybe not like you're genius, and maybe you do all the strategy, and then you have other people who are much more, I don't know, client success driven than you have the time for to help. I don't know. I'm just making this stuff off the top of my head, but we hear it all the time. All the time.
Nice.
So if there was one thing that our audience can implement right away, and you already gave us some great ones, but if there was one that they could implement right away on their own business and then tell their clients to do, what would that one thing be?
That's a great question. It's a little bit tricky because you can DIY your own SEO to a point, but the problem is if you're not going after the right keywords, it's for nothing. And you can spend so much time working on it. And so it sounds like a shameless plug, but truly doing a power hour and just like getting those fundamentals in place and then taking it from there, you can go so far. But it's like people will be doing their own SEO for years and then like they won't have their sitemap submitted, or like some like tiny little thing is out of like whack that's just holding them back. But I would say the best like first things to do, set up Search Console, submit your sitemap, and then make sure you're tracking leads effectively, like that you know where your leads are coming in from. Put that extra thing on your contact form if you have it, so you're tracking LLMs, and then go from there. Like make sure you have like good data coming in first, and then you can really start to make changes.
Jade, I love it. Don't be surprised when I come knocking for a power hour. So
Amazing.
Don't be surprised. This was fantastic. Where can everyone find you?
Yeah, so helloseo.com is my website. And then I'm big on LinkedIn, Jade Pruitt. I'm Jade from Hello SEO on Instagram. Don't check it often. I would recommend LinkedIn or just email me directly.
Love it. And anything else that you want to leave our audience with when it comes to SEO in general, or with AI and SEO? Anything else?
So I do have a report card on my website. It's totally free. If you fill it out, you get instant insights into your SEO. But the better part of it is I will then make you a video going over your SEO and kind of like talking about next steps. So you can actually like understand what's going on, typically within like 5 minutes. So I would recommend doing that. It's just like a free, like easy first step.
Jade, we absolutely loved having you. I learned a ton selfishly. And yeah, really can't wait to dig into more on what we should be doing with our own SEO. So thank you. Everyone who is watching, I hope you're doing your own round of applause for Jade. And yes, I hope to have you back sometime to give us an update on everything SEO and AI.
Amazing. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you. All right, y'all. See you next week. Bye-bye.